Here's your host, Alex Garrett.
Well, yesterday on my 5-Minute Fix, we talked about something very cool, a orbital apartment building in the clouds above New York City, orbiting around the Earth 365 days a year, different kind of views almost every day in a 24-hour cycle. Imagine that, living in an orbital apartment hanging from an asteroid. Interesting stuff. I could tag that for you here. But on the adapting feature, something big happened in Spain this week, and I don't think it's getting enough attention here stateside. There was history made in Spain's parliament as Mar Galceran was the first parliamentarian with Down syndrome elected. Valencia's regional assembly is where she is representing, and Galceran says she wants to be seen as a person, not for her disability. However, this podcast talks about many times smashing stigmas, and after her battle to, and this is what was written in The Guardian by Ashifa Kassam, who's the European Community Affairs correspondent, she writes, for decades, she battled to ensure that people with intellectual disabilities were part of the conversation. The extent of the progress she had made, Ashifa writes, was laid bare recently when Mar Galceran became Spain's first parliamentarian with Down syndrome. At 45 years old, Galceran told The Guardian, it's unprecedented. Society is starting to see that people with Down syndrome have a lot to contribute, but it's a very long road. This feels different, though, than your average Walmart, your average store hiring someone with Down syndrome just because of the diversity and the photo op, if you will. This is real. This is an electorate that said, we do not care if she has Down syndrome. We want her to get the job done. Do you know that Galceran, according to The Guardian, has been in politics since she was 18? The Conservative People's Party. Conservative and disability. We know they don't go hand in hand because typically the Democrats believe you should vote on their party line here in America if you're of a minority. And disabled people are a minority, are they not? Well, I applaud those who become conservative, who look through the disguise of the Democrats' kindness and really just ploy to get your vote, right? That's what they do. They pander to the disabled community. Just look in July. The community itself celebrates ADA, but the Democrats take an extra hold on it because, it's diversity month for them. So why not? But do they think about us every other day of the year? Not really. That's why I applaud Miss Galceran for becoming a conservative at just 18 years old. And she was actually the 20th name on the list of candidates that was fielded in the People's Party in Valencia's regional elections. So congratulations to Galceran, who now is in the top of the ranks of the handful of people with Down syndrome who have crashed through barriers. I love the way that Kassam writes this, to enter the world of politics. Remember, smashing stigmas, crashing barriers, not letting disability stop us, and not being defined by our disability is why this story is so impactful. And maybe it encourages Americans with disabilities, Down syndrome, however, whatever it might be, to run for office and make a difference. Obviously, people in the community are always out at rallies, whether it be in front of the governor's office with the Center of Independent People of New York, or out at the Viscardi Center, making a difference out there. Wherever there's a rally for those with disabilities, there are advocates. So maybe those advocates can now become politicians and be inspired by the story of Mar Galceran. But it's interesting to note, Eleanor Lalou in France in 2020 became the first person with Down syndrome in France to be elected to public office in the northern town of Arras as a city council member. So there is a trend going on, and I think it's a trend we need to talk about. And Galceran, it's written, may be the first in Europe to join a regional or national parliament according to Spain's Down Syndrome Federation. So congratulations to Miss Galceran, and may you successfully lead your constituents of Valencia in Spain as you smash stigmas in Spain's parliament. Congratulations once again. And yes, it is election season. Maybe you're inspired by this to run here in 2024. Maybe you're going to be tired of hearing the news of what the Iowa caucuses bring this Monday night. Maybe you're tired of the same old crap we see from Congress and want to make a difference. And not the Madison Cawthorn difference, the one that lied his way to Congress in the while wheelchair bound. I mean, he totally lied his way to Congress. But genuinely wanting to run, make a difference, and be part of a system that does need to change. And I think when we get more voices in the power and in the office, changes will be finally made because, hey, we'll be writing it, not relying on a constituent or a representative to write it. We would be writing it ourselves. Well, anyway, that's not a stump speech. I'm just saying, if this run and this election of Mar Galceran inspires you, then maybe you should get involved here on stateside politics, because boy, oh boy, does the American disabled community and those with disabilities need better representation in public office. That's my latest on the Adapting with Alex Garrett feature of the network. Talk to you soon.